Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Welcome. Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Everybody is saying Trump has confirmed that we've entered the war.
Have we?
Yeah.
Have we?
We have.
Okay.
We're deep in it, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. It did sound like he was confirming that. Who knows? He did say this. We now have complete and total control of the skies over Iran. So everybody's hung up on we. Iran had good sky trackers and other defensive equipment, and plenty of it, but it doesn't compare to American-made, conceived, and manufactured stuff. Nobody does it better. Sounds like he's talking about us, right?
It does.
And our equipment being there. Interesting. What I filled in for Stu yesterday, which turned out to be probably unnecessary.
Really?
Glenn did several monologues and then took calls.
So,
well, you're there for pretty effect. You're just gorgeous.
Right. I was in the room just in case.
He's aware that you have your own opinions, right?
No, he's not.
Okay.
I don't think he knows that. So I'll tell him about that sometime. But one guy who called came across as a little bit anti-Semitic and maybe an Israel Jew hater. I don't know. Not only does he not want us in the war, he wants to stop all money going to Israel. He was complaining about the $30 billion that we send over 10 years. Yeah, it's $3 billion a year. We've talked about that many times. But did he say anything about the $250 billion in 3 years we've given to Ukraine? No, not a peep. Didn't have any problem with that. His other weird claim was that Benjamin Netanyahu is doing the same thing to us right now that he did in 2001 after 9/11 by leading us into a war the way he did back then. Yeah, except Benjamin Netanyahu wasn't the Israeli prime minister in 2001. Nor was he the head of the Mossad in 2001. So I don't know how he led us into a war.
Well, just because.
Just because?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Yeah, he did.
All right. So he had been prime minister for 3 years, like I think 96 to 99. But so maybe just because he had been prime minister at that time, then he led us into war.
So yeah, he still had sway.
Yeah, he still had sway, and he pulled us into it. I don't know. There's just, I mean, do I want to be at war with Iran? No, I don't.
I raised my hand on the no side as well.
Yeah, I'm against that. Do I want to send them aid? Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm okay with that. We've already sent them aid. The F-35s they're flying are from us. So
Where do you think you might come down on this poll that I put on Twitter earlier? It's also at Pat Unleashed. What level of U.S. involvement in Iran are you good with? Stay out completely right now, 26%. Share intel with Israel, 49%. Drop U.S. bombs and missiles, 23%. U.S. boots on the ground, 1%. Lindsey Graham voted there, obviously.
Yeah, right. That's the Lindsey vote. I don't know. You know, the United States is the only nation on Earth capable of destroying Iran's Fordow nuclear facility. We're the only ones.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah. They've got 5 tunnels that burrow into a group of mountains. They've got a large support structure and a wide security perimeter, and we have the massive ordnance penetrator.
Right.
Which is that it's 20 feet long, this bomb, and 30,000 pounds. It uses GPS and inertial navigation systems for precision targeting. So it's the only one that can find it, hit it, penetrate, and then explode. It's the only one that can do that. Yeah, it is kind of cool. And maybe we should try it out. I don't know. I don't know. I think that's being contemplated right now. I think that
How
could
many
happen.
hundreds of those do we have? If we
don't know.
Like if the GPS was just off a little bit. Let's say it lost its Starlink feed.
Yeah,
I wasn't quite sure where it was going.
That would be bad.
Is there another one we can send in?
Yeah, I'm sure there's at least one more that we could drop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then let's do it.
Yeah. So apparently the main halls of the Fordow facility are 262 to 295 feet below the ground. So Israel can't get there. You know, if it's going to be blown up, that has to be us.
I mean, they certainly believe they could get there with multiple strikes, though, at the same target.
That's what they think, but I don't think that's accurate. I don't think they can. That's what most military people are saying,
right,
that there's no way. President Trump also said yesterday, we know exactly where the so-called supreme leader is hiding. He's an easy target. But is safe there. We're not going to take him out. Kill. At least not for now. But we don't want missiles shot at civilians or American soldiers. Our patience is wearing thin. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So there you go. I don't know.
Where do you think he is? I mean, do you think he's left the country? There's some thoughts that he has.
Possibly.
At Belize.
You think he's in Belize?
Yeah, he's on the beach in Belize.
Well, we don't want to go to war with Belize just to take out the supreme leader.
Yeah, but I mean, if we had to.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Well, I mean,
we had the plane leaving the other day, right? We
Yeah.
saw the footage of the plane leaving that was then just disappeared. So, at least I assumed he was on that. I mean, I don't know that that'd be true, obviously, but, so that's how we know where he is. I mean, the CIA is pretty good at that. I mean, I hate to give them credit for anything, but they're usually pretty good about that. They've said that about other leaders in the past, that they know where they're at all times.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Just looking here, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We got about, 15 or so co-sponsors to the Representative Thomas Massey, Representative Ro Khanna bill that just kind of reminds Americans that it's Congress that declares war, and any military action against Iran must be authorized by Congress. Now, again, how do you define military action? Is sharing intelligence a military action?
yeah, we've bypassed that rule
Many
law
times.
for a long time.
Many times. Yeah.
It's a healthy discussion going on right now as it relates to Iran. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. If you're going to start dropping this massive ordinance on Iran, then I think that needs to come from Congress. That needs to come from Congress, because we're in it then. We're in it.
Jeff Fisher.
Yeah, once you're in it,
you're in it.
That's a fact.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's profound.
He's telling them that Trump is telling them that they need to just surrender, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We think Iran is going to surrender at any time?
No.
I mean, are they going to say, okay, all right.
If surrender means, we're going to give up all of our nuclear information to you. We're going to show you everything we have. That could happen. I doubt that would ever happen, but they could. They're not going to turn over their country to Israel.
Right. I mean, we had the UN going in there, investigating and detailing all their works. Right. I mean, that was whether you believe they were getting all the information or not is another story, but they were going in and investigating. So,
it's not just a surrender, Fisher. He wants unconditional surrender.
Unconditional surrender.
So we're going to take Iran now, too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Iran, Canada,
Greenland.
No, we've already got Greenland. I don't know why that's not even a discussion.
So, anyway, Israel continues to pound Iranian military targets. Here's a look at some of that going on. Wow.
Boy, he was close. That guy. Now he's kind of laughing. The Iranian recording doesn't seem bothered by that. The way he's kind of laughing.
That's
at the
another
end of that.
Tuesday in Iran.
Another Tuesday in Iran.
Yeah.
And seriously, there's anecdotal stuff coming out of Iran, and I can't read Farsi or whatever it is there, but some are led to believe that the public's ready to rise up, and that's what Netanyahu's messaging has been to the Iranians. I don't know if they will, because in 2009 when they were ready to, Obama left them out to dry. I don't know if you want to trust America this time. So it's interesting. I don't know. It's
Now's the
tough to
time,
get
though.
accurate
If they're
information.
going to do it, now's the time because the Grand Mullah or Grand Poopah or whatever his name is.
It's a Grand Poopah.
Is this a Grand Poopah? Okay.
The Honorable Grand Poopah, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a lot on his plate right now.
A lot on his plate,
No matter no matter where he is, whether he's on the beach in Belize or if he's hiding out in a bunker somewhere, he's got a lot on his plate.
And there
Yeah,
was
he does.
the map circulating yesterday, similar to what Kris had earlier in the week, but this had a lot more activity of warplanes and aircraft carriers headed to the Middle East. Now, are they going to sit on the sidelines and just be there just in case? Obviously, the closer you are, your U.S. assets, the more targets you have in the region, potentially, for Iran or
no
its
kidding.
cohorts to go after. So it's definitely heating up, obviously.
Yeah, I'm tracking a bunch of Air Force planes from Ramstein to this weird area. I can't pronounce it. But all day yesterday.
Berlin.
back
The
and
weird
forth.
area in what country?
We've gone over this. It's called Berlin.
Berlin.
Berlin. Okay.
I
Berlin.
forgot.
Yeah, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. So,
Too many letters put together.
yeah, 6. All
a lot.
together
Pat,
like
Greg.
that, that's
Pat.
a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, you can't be expected to read that. And Tehran is burning in multiple spots. There's one of them.
Now, that is a nice touch, having the Muslim call to prayer in the
Yeah,
background.
that's fun. That's fun.
Adds a certain, what's that?
Je ne sais quoi.
Thank you.
Yeah, there it is.
Can you just imagine, getting up and going to work and we're driving by? Oh, that's what that building was. The military.
Wow.
I know they're also attacking the oil fields.
Yeah.
Yeah, fill up today, y'all.
Yeah.
Fill up. It's gone from $2.59 to $2.99 in my neck of the woods, just overnight. Cool.
And I saw the lines in Iran for gas. There's a lot of fighting going on.
Really?
Yeah, because there's not that much gas left. So people are getting a little bit feisty.
Wow.
I would not want to live in Iran.
I would not want to live anywhere in the Middle East.
That's a hot take right there.
Yeah. Isn't it? Yeah, I would not want to live there. And I'm not booking a passage there. I'm not going to have a vacation
I was going to
in
say
Iran.
vacation?
No.
No.
What
No.
about to one of the borders? Like, let's say you
No.
fill up, you get a gas tanker and you line it up right at the border.
Yeah.
And you tell the Iranians to come and you sell them top dollar gas.
No, I'm not
from your
doing that
tanker
either.
to
Not
take
doing
back
that.
into the country.
Not doing
We'll
that.
Make a couple of bucks. Anyway,
Yeah, if you survive it,
you
I was
will.
going to say.
yeah, you will.
You're at the border. You're, on another,
Wait,
you're
hold
in
on.
another country.
Hold on, whose border?
You're in
Thank
another
you.
country.
Iraq?
You're in Iraq. You're in Azerbaijan. We got to know where you're
This is
at.
just another country. Don't worry about which one.
Don't worry about it.
Because it doesn't matter which one.
That's right.
You could be killed in any of them.
Thank you. Thank you.
But Israel completely owns the skies above Iran, and no missile launcher is safe, apparently. Look at this. Okay. They're doing a little targeting here. I'm guessing there's going to be an explosion shortly, or maybe several. Oh, there's one.
Bye.
Oh, boy.
With the earlier
golly.
videos, that was them showing you that they were tracking this missile truck
Okay.
through the city as to show, hey, they're the ones putting this stuff in the civilian world. It's
Right.
not us attacking it. So that's
yeah.
kind of what they're showing you there. Hey, we've been tracking this. Look, civilian.
Smart.
Then we waited, and then we took it out.
Oh, that's great.
So that's what they were showing you there.
I like that. That is, I mean,
Again,
it's
that's
amazing.
smart.
You know, the other thing is they're in Iran, just like they did in the Gaza Strip. They're warning people to evacuate. They're telling them, get out. We're going to blow this building up. They keep doing that. And I mean, how are you called war criminals if that's what you're doing? If you're trying desperately to save innocent lives and you just want to blow up military targets, what do you want them to do?
Right.
How is that genocide? I mean, they've been doing it the whole time in the Gaza Strip. The whole time. Begging people, evacuate here. You're not going to be safe here. We're going to hit this in the next day. And then they do.
How many drones? How many drones do you think Israel has above the skies of Iran right now?
Oh,
All of them.
a lot. Yeah, a lot. Drones, F-35s. Again, I would not want to be in Iran right now. I would not want to be there. No. Wouldn't want to be in Israel either, frankly. But I think they're doing a much better job than Iran is
So far.
at protecting themselves. So, doesn't surprise me either. I mean, again, Israel's really good at this. They have to do this. They depend on this
And I
for
honestly,
their very existence.
I don't understand the hatred for Israel or the Jews. I just don't understand
I've never
it
understood
at all.
that. Yeah, never
It just
gotten
makes zero sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, they do everything they can to just try to live there peacefully.
Right.
And then when this kind of stuff flares up, again, they still try to save lives by warning them to move, to go, to leave, just like we did in Afghanistan and Iraq. They're doing the same thing. And yet people hate their guts anyway.
Right.
Yeah, it's pathetic. All right. Let me tell you about Native Path, because I've taken fish oil supplements in the past because I heard omega-3s were good for me.
Yeah.
I've done that. But honestly, I had no idea if it was doing anything, frankly. Then I took a simple quiz, and it showed that my fish oil probably wasn't making me any healthier at all. Plus, I can't stand the burping up fish thing.
And the smell.
I can't take it. So, if you're taking an omega-3 supplement, answer these questions. 1, has it lowered your blood pressure or cholesterol? 2, has it helped ease joint pain or stiffness? And 3, has it reduced inflammation or swelling? If your answer is no or maybe, you're not alone. I didn't feel any real difference either until I upgraded to Nature Path Antarctic krill oil. And here's why. Fish oil has some omega-3s, but Native Path krill oil goes a step further. Krill oil has a powerful antioxidant, and it's astaxanthin. And once I started taking that, I feel the difference. And right now, got you 66% off the cost. Free shipping and a 365-day money-back guarantee. So if you don't feel a real difference in your health, you get your money back. No questions asked. It's just that easy. But this special offer is only available at nativekrill.com/Pat. That's nativekrill.com/Pat. nativekrill.com/Pat.
Now, more of Pat Gray Unleashed.
Yesterday, we played the clip of Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard. She said back in March that U.S. intel didn't think Iran was working on a nuclear weapon, which is interesting, since there seems to be something going on over it right now. President Trump didn't sound convinced when he was asked about that yesterday. Listen to this.
You've always said that you don't believe Iran should be able to have a nuclear weapon, but how close do you personally think that they were to getting one? Because Tulsi Gabbard testified in March that the intelligence community said Iran wasn't building a nuclear weapon.
I don't care what she said. I think they were very close to having.
Hard to hear, but he said, I don't care what she said. I don't care what she said.
Interesting.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
That is interesting.
Golly.
Yep.
A little trouble in paradise there with Tulsi, perhaps?
Yeah, and you recall that yesterday I said there was a report that she was not a part of the National Security Council meeting at Camp David on June 8th. Jennifer Griffin confirmed that yesterday.
She was not a part of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Her...
Well, she had a scheduling conflict with the with the National Guard orders, but
Thank you.
still wasn't invited in the first place.
never invited.
The source says.
"Oh crap."
Okay.
Yeah, but there was a scheduling conflict,
Scheduling
even if
conflict.
she had been invited, and they knew they shouldn't invite her because she had the
There
conflict.
was no point of
Oh,
an
so that's why they
invitation.
didn't invite her to it? Not because
They were
she's
trying to be
a
nice.
dove on this issue? Is that what you're saying?
That's
She's
what I'm
trying to be
saying.
nice.
Okay. I did post yet another poll. Who do you trust more? Who's closer to the truth on this issue about what Iran is capable of? Benjamin Netanyahu or Tulsi Gabbard? This audience voted 55-45 in favor of Netanyahu.
Okay.
So there you go, as far as what Iran is capable of.
Well, they're right there in the region. They've got the Mossad going for them, and
I agree. I agree completely. However, you do have Netanyahu who has said that Iran has been close to a bomb
For a
since
long time.
1992.
Yeah, it's true.
At some point,
he's gotten
let's
us into
look at
every
the
war
calendar.
we've ever been in since 1950.
Yep.
Netanyahu is just driving.
That's a really
the
good
US
point.
into war.
You know, when you think of it like that.
I know.
Wow.
I mean, do I want Iran to have nukes?
No.
No.
But they have been saying this. They're weeks away from a nuclear weapon. We've been hearing that for 30 years.
And he even said in his little 7-minute opening speech when the bombing started that they may be days, weeks, months,
right?
Maybe a year away. And I mean, he doesn't know for sure.
Or they might never get one.
Again, 1992, the timetable laid out by Netanyahu was 3 to 5 years. So since 1997, they should have been done by now. And again, like the cynic would say that he comes up with these timelines to get folks like the United States involved in taking out Israel's enemies,
Right.
like Iran.
Right. Since, I mean, you've been doing that, like I said, since the 40s? 50s, something like that. I mean, it's Netanyahu's fault. He's gotten us into these wars.
But I think everyone can agree that Iran is an evil regime.
Remember when Netanyahu dragged us into World War II?
I
Remember
do.
that? Remember?
Specifically, I do.
Yeah, me too. Dang it.
It's tough, man. It's really tough.
Vietnam, that damn Netanyahu.
You keep bringing him up, but as the man was there dragging us into it.
It is interesting. I don't know how much you want to trust Newsweek, but they're a far left source, but they did lay out an interesting article where they went through the National Security Council, all the members of it, and if they're more doves or more hawks. And I mean, it is split down the middle, honestly. I mean, I laid it out. I mean, they think that obviously Trump is a hawk. They think Vance is a dove, Rubio a hawk, Hegseth a hawk, Gabbard a dove, Noam a hawk, Chris Wright dove, Besant dove, General Kane hawk, Susie Wiles unclear, Dorothy Shea dove. So, I mean, it's split down the middle, honestly.
That's just kind of where you want it.
Yeah.
Really?
You want to hear both sides of an argument. Yeah.
Right. Yep. I mean, we don't want an administration filled with hawks, everybody who wants to go to war. You don't need Lindsey Graham running this place.
Oh, my gosh. You can hear him getting aroused there in his clips.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, if you're not inviting the doves to the meetings, are you hearing from them?
That's maybe an issue. Yeah.
I already know what she's going to say. Plus, she had a scheduling conflict. We've already covered this.
That's right. National Guard.
And really, we've heard very little of her since she became part of it, since she became NDI. How many times have we even heard from her? We played that thing yesterday from 2.5 months ago. That's about the last time we heard from her.
Yeah, I mean, I guess she makes the rounds from time to time on a couple of shows here or there, but not very often.
But mostly, nothing. President Trump was asked what he thought the end of this war would look like.
What specifically is better than a ceasefire? What are you looking for?
It's better than a ceasefire.
An end, a real end, not a ceasefire. An end.
So something that would be permanent.
Yeah, or giving up entirely. That's okay too.
Are you close there? Is that possible in the next 24
Why not?
hours?
Certainly possible. Complete give up. That's possible.
It's possible.
That's possible. Okay.
Where they would just completely give up.
Okay.
Is that possible? That doesn't seem likely to me. It may
does
be
not.
possible. It's not likely.
I don't think so.
You know?
I don't think the Grand Poobah is bending down to that. I just don't.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
They're pretty unreasonable. The supreme leaders of Iran, usually not the most reasonable of people.
They're sitting around their little fatwa table, and it's not talking about concessions.
No. Nope. Senator Ted Cruz and Tucker Carlson seem to have quite a disagreement on U.S. involvement in Iran. Here's part of their chat yesterday.
How many people live in Iran, by the way? I don't know the population. At all? No, I don't know the population. You don't know the population of the country you seek to topple? How many people live in Iran? 92 million. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. How could you not know that? I don't sit around memorizing population tables.
Well, it's kind of relevant because you're calling for the overthrow of the government.
Why is it relevant whether it's,
because,
it's 90 million or 80 million or 100 million? Why
because
is that
if
relevant?
you don't know anything about the country...
I didn't say I don't know anything about
what's the ethnic mix of Iran?
They are Persians and predominantly Shia. Okay, this is cute.
It's not even... You don't know anything about Iran. So
okay, I am not the Tucker Carlson expert on Iran.
You're a senator who's calling for the overthrow of the government.
You're the one who
don't know anything about the country.
No, you don't know anything about the country. You're the one who claims they're not trying to murder Donald Trump. You're the one who can't figure out if it was a good idea to kill General Soleimani, and you said it was bad.
You don't believe they're trying to murder Trump.
Yes, I do.
Because you're not calling for military strikes against them in retaliation. And if you really believe that...
We're carrying out military strikes today.
You said Israel was.
Right, with our help. I said we. Israel is leading them, but we're supporting them.
Well, you're breaking news here because the U.S. government last night denied, the National Security Council spokesman Alex Pfeiffer denied on behalf of Trump that we were acting on Israel's behalf in any offensive capacity.
No, we're not bombing them. Israel's bombing them.
You just said we were.
We're helping.
We are supporting
this is
Israel.
High stakes. You're a senator. If you're saying the United States government is at war with Iran right now, people are listening.
Okay.
Wow.
But now, that was before the Trump tweet basically said the same thing.
Yes.
So you can have your spokesman, but if Trump has his thumbs on his keyboard, I think we're here.
Could Tucker be any more confrontational here?
Yeah.
Can we not be quite so disagreeable?
Kind of fun. Makes me want to watch that whole interview.
It drops tonight. That was just a teaser.
Oh,
okay.
Is that right?
That was just a teaser.
I mean, are we not? We're not. We're on the same side here, I think. Right? As conservatives,
I would think so.
Hopefully, we all want the survival of Israel. Hopefully, we don't want Iran to obtain a nuclear weapon. We know that would not be a good thing. So, how are you that disagreeable with the U.S. senator?
How many people live in Iran? You tell me.
90 million.
What's the ethnic makeup?
90.6 million. Okay? 90.6 million.
Oh, it's 92.
I do memorize population tables.
It's 92.2. Okay? You don't know anything about Iran.
But just to recap, based on what Ted Cruz just said and what the president's post said, we're apparently here because he said U.S. American made, right? So we've now advanced to using our own hardware. So is that the red line for Americans?
It certainly was.
For me,
that's been the red line since the beginning. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. Although, again, we're the only ones that can get to the real meat of their nuclear capabilities. We're the only ones. Now, do we drop that bomb?
Okay, and that might be where our red line is. That doesn't feel like anything that Lindsey Graham is saying is where his red line is. Boy, he was very excitable yesterday. You should see this clip here.
Okay.
Can you guarantee that? Can President Trump in any form? Can you make the commitment that this would not lead to a longer war?
I can guarantee you that if the Ayatollah gets a nuclear weapon, he will use it. I believe that with all my heart and soul. So the men and women who serve, they're the ones going, not people answering a poll. And if you ask them, would you be willing to risk your life to stop the Ayatollah from having a nuclear weapon? All of them would say yes, because it makes their country, our country, safer. So we live in a world where you've got to confront problems. You want to avoid World War III? Learn the lessons from World War II. People in World War II appeased Hitler to the point that it got so much out of hand, we had a world war and 60 million people got killed. So we live in a world where you pay now or you pay later. Let's stop this threat before he gets a nuclear weapon. Let's end this reign of terror. Let's do it now. It's not going to take 20 months, but I can't guarantee you your freedom and your safety unless we're willing to fight for it. I can guarantee you this. If we don't fight for our freedom, we will lose it.
Yeah, well, Senator.
Put me in, Coach.
I will say,
get to the front lines.
That could have been me 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know, but
100%.
Yeah.
But see, you and
I'm not there anymore, though.
You and I have lived life and experienced it, unlike Lindsey Graham, apparently, where we've seen
what comes of all this,
and see how the leadership handles wars in places like Iraq and Afghanistan and hands it over to the enemies we went to fight. I don't want to go there again.
Agreed. But do you think that Donald Trump will do that?
That's the question.
I mean, do you think Donald Trump will put the hammer down and be done with it?
Not with troops. I don't think with troops. I don't think he'll do that. All right, we got more, and we'll chew the fat next.
Okay.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Got some tweets here from New Bomb. Before we bomb Iran, can we at least give them a bad Yelp review first?
They've already got that.
They have a bad Yelp review?
Do
they? Okay,
That's
well then
already
we
there.
should blow them off the face of the earth then, right?
Yeah.
With a bad Yelp review, you don't want them around. From Deepaco, are we thankful that Congress is still planning vacation time while all this is happening? Yeah, maybe not.
I'm not quite
Maybe?
sure.
I'm not sure.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. It's Rhino Season tweets. If you want to know how close Iran is to having a nuke, just ask their nuclear scientists. Oh, wait. No. Wait, hold it on that one. A little late for that.
Can't.
Little late.
Yeah.
Only 9
they've
of
got
them.
to have more. They've
They
to
got
have more
more than
than
9.
that have been eliminated.
The second string.
Yeah. The guys who aren't actually at the facilities. Right. The guys who are at the universities. We can ask them about it.
They work remote.
Yeah. All right.
We're going to have to come into the office now? No, thank you.
No. It is time now to chew the fat with Jeffy.
Is here, so sing it loud and proud. They say it's right time. There's no shame in allowed. It's not less or rain or flu that's shaking the ground. He's a much bigger star known the world around.
Think about it.
Now quiet the applause and take your seat. Let's chew the fat before Jeffy has to eat.
Oh, wait.
All right.
That's funny.
That's funny, right?
That's
good.
funny.
That's good. Yeah.
Funny.
That's fun stuff.
So the next few days are exciting things are happening. Tomorrow is Juneteenth. Celebrate however you celebrate.
Man, I just, I've had the tree up for about 2.5 months.
Have
now.
you? Yeah, that's good. That's good. The markets are closed. U.S. parks are open, and you get free admission. So go take a selfie with the bison. And
yeah, that's a good idea. Always a good idea.
Always a good idea. Like this person did.
Okay.
No.
Oh boy.
Now see, that was just a gentle one. They're very lucky. That's just a gentle one. There's another.
What are you, stupid?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, they get more people have been hurt by bison than any other animal at Yellowstone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There was just another 30-year-old guy that got gored hard. I mean, he's okay. But, I mean, he had to go to the hospital and get taken care of. Man, these people like
do
that
you
lady.
think they're pets? Do you think that these bison are pets? They're domesticated? No.
I think so. Here we go. See, that's just...
She's trying to pet it.
Stupid. Kind of moron are you? Look, it's just going about its business, chewing its cud or whatever.
The other people on that walkway are like, I don't know that I would continue to stand there.
No.
I think I'd be on the move because they... Oh,
okay. All right. Yeah.
And
let me go over
continue
here.
to go. Because you're supposed to keep, like, I think 25 feet from at least. At least.
And then he's like, did you get your picture?
And by the way, if they get pissed that you're 25 feet away, you're not going to get away from them.
No, you are not.
They're faster than you.
Yes, they are.
I don't know if you noticed. They've got 4 legs to your 2, and they move a little faster. You think because they're really big, they're really slow.
They're
not.
not.
Say, Pat, but they're
Not-
fat.
No.
Yeah, they're not.
No.
Yeah, they're not. They're not. And guess what? They don't like you.
No, they don't like
They don't like you.
No.
Okay. So,
And by the way, Pat,
but you get in free, so have fun.
Okay.
Good luck.
I had one as a pet.
Oh, did you?
At the-
You
at
had
the
a
ranch.
bison
Yes,
as a pet.
The American buffalo. That's
Yes.
what you had.
Yes.
All right.
Now he got shot, but
He got shot?
yes.
Why? How?
$10,000 is good banking, bro.
Yeah, no kidding. I do like bison. Bison's good meat. You can get you get a bison burger. When we've had, my wife has gotten bison before at the one. What's that?
Twisted Root.
Twisted Root.
No,
Yes, sir.
but
No?
I mean, yes, I'm sure that they had them.
They
there.
do have
Ted's
them.
Montana Grill.
Yes.
But there's a grocery store in Keller that sells all that exotic meat, and bison is in there. But there's also the
Meats Are Us. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, right there on 1709. More exciting news to look forward to. Joey Chestnut returning to Nason's famous 4th of July hot dog eating contest this year after sitting out last year's contest.
Yeah, the problem was something with a sponsor or something.
Yeah, the
wasn't it?
Impossible Foods.
Yeah.
He had a deal with Impossible Foods, which I believe he still does. But they, worked out a deal because Nathan's, this guy, Bertoletti, he won last year by eating 58 hot dogs.
That's nothing for
Joey
Joey Chestnut.
The last year he did it in 2023, I think he did like 62 or 63, and that was not even the record.
Yeah.
Right? The record is 76.
Yeah, he's
Nathan. So, I mean, he's won, 15 years in a row or something.
Yeah.
And last year was the only year he didn't win because he wasn't
in
there.
it. Yeah.
And he had that Netflix special that I watched.
Oh,
It was
yeah, that's right.
disgusting,
He ate a
but I
bunch. He ate a
watched.
bunch on Netflix too, right? Like 80 or something.
80 something, yeah.
Yeah.
Hot dogs or what?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. But I'm not.
I just saw him eat 32 Big Macs, I think it was. Was it 32 or 36 or something on some
Probably,
little
yeah.
clip?
I mean, they all have.
He just wanted to see if he could do it, if he could break the record for
And did he?
Big. Yes.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
absolutely.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He's the best eater in the world.
I'm not absolutely sure how many records he has, but there's
a lot.
a number of
Everything.
records. Yeah. Well,
whatever food record there is, he probably has it. Pretty close. Pretty close.
Just let him have it, Fisher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just let him
You
have
know what
it.
he does then?
Because
There's no other world eating.
As you've
anyone
mentioned
else.
many times, you're not a food sprinter.
No, I am not.
You're a marathon.
I'm a marathon
man.
eater. Yeah. I'm like the Kenyans of eating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's me. That's me.
Yep.
So we have that to look forward to on July 4th. Can't wait. And then sticking with exciting news, Senator Bernie Sanders from Vermont, you know him, you love him, will
I really don't, but okay.
Okay. He's holding his Fighting Oligarchy, Where We Go From Here rally in Fort Worth, Texas this Saturday.
Oh, good. What time?
What's exciting? Exciting. Well, he's going to be in Texas all day. He's going to be in McAllen and Amarillo, and then he's coming to Dickey's Arena Saturday night at 6 p.m. You can get in for free. No problem. Parking will not be for free. You can park for free maybe, 100 miles away, but if you wanted to park somewhere close to the arena, you're going to be being charged for that.
Parking's ridiculous.
I know.
This isn't New York City, okay? It's Texas. We got plenty of space. All right, let's stop charging $30
Go
just
park
to park
there
your
then.
car.
Go park there then.
yes.
Back it up, pal. I know.
that.
So apparently this Greg Kazar, representative from Texas, will join him. Beto O'Rourke, another guy, you know him, you love him, will be there.
I really don't.
Can't wait for that. There's going to be music performed by
Beto? Beto's performing?
Beto might show up. I don't know if Beto's going to show up and play with his band or not, but they have the old 97s and the MSB choir. Not really sure what that is.
Be good.
But I guess...
Is AOC not there?
That's what I'm saying. I guess
Is
AOC's
it Beto
on the...
instead of AOC?
I guess AOC's on the out. Because she, now remember she endorsed Biden and then she been touring with Bernie, who's 83. But she just did a speech in New York tearing down Andrew Cuomo, talking about the...
because she's
gerontocracy.
Yeah, she's endorsed the other guy. Zamdani or whatever his name is.
She does not want anything to do with old people anymore.
Like whatever. Made clear that if he wins this race, he wants to run for president of the United States of America.
Cuomo. Yeah.
And in a world and a nation that is crying to end the gerontocracy of our leadership, that wants a new day, that wants to see a new generation.
How does that fit with the Bernie thing?
That's what. She's not with him.
All right,
I can't. That's enough. But the point is that I guess they're done.
Yeah, maybe.
She can't take it with the old folks anymore.
Yeah, and she's
time to move on.
And she's endorsed the socialist goofball in New York.
If she's going to run for Senate and or president, she needs to distance herself.
She
from
does
that. So maybe this is the drawing line for her to get rid of the gerontocracy.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, all right. She's still a nightmare. And after 6 years of promising, Elon Musk says Tesla's robo-taxi service tentatively scheduled to begin this Sunday in Austin, Texas. So good times ahead.
So exciting.
Good times ahead. Be sure to subscribe to my daily show, Chewing the Fat, available wherever you get your podcast. Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher. Please rate and review where you can. 20 stars, best podcast ever. That's all you need to do. Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher. Okay. No, we're moving on. All right. Gotta love tourists. A couple destroyed a chair coated in crystals known as the Van Gogh chair at an Italian museum before the video shows them fleeing the scene. Footage captured here at the museum in Italy. They're waiting. They just, okay. She takes a picture, and then he decides to sit right on it.
What does it matter with you? I hope they're not American.
Yes,
Come on.
exactly what I thought when I saw that.
Please don't be Americans.
Please don't be. Do we know who they are?
We do not. The couple has not been identified
So they're
yet.
not American.
That's very possible.
So they're not American because if they were, it would be
They've already
front
been
page
identified.
of
Yep.
every
You're right.
newspaper.
But what
over
a
there.
moron.
They put it back together
Doing
again.
sitting on a crystal chair, you stupid moron.
There was a note on it.
Don't sit on it? Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I know that's the first thing you want to do. We've got a little note on a chair out here in our lobby that says, don't sit on it.
That's
the first thing you want to do.
Absolutely.
I don't, but it makes me want to.
Every single day I want to sit
I
on
will
that
post a
stupid
picture
thing.
on Pat Unleash. We'll post a picture.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, we should all sit on it. What are they going to do? What are they going to do?
Glenn will be upset.
Yes.
Really upset.
Where's Glenn right now?
Fair.
That's fair.
I mean, yeah, is he here?
Maybe he should be pay attention to his stuff.
They said that the museum just wants people to be nice and don't touch it, and we restored it. And we want to make.
Maybe they should put the ropes around it.
I was
going to
say that chair is very open.
Yeah.
Can we put it behind a?
They don't want to condemn
glass?
the people,
And it's
though. They
it's
just
not
want-
actually from Van Gogh, but they call it the Van Gogh chair.
because it's got the Zavorsky crystals all on it. Whatever.
Oh,
it
so
is.
never mind. You can sit on it then. I don't care anymore. I thought it was actually his chair.
Look, this is first of all, hold on, calm down, Territorian, because this is an event, an opportunity for reflection for everyone. I realize
I think they
not
should
to
just
do this.
You know what? They should just leave it like it was, all crooked and stuff. Then it's more artsy.
It is more artsy. I'll give you that.
Okay, you know what? Go run the museum.
Okay,
there you go.
They already fixed it, though.
Yeah.
Sadly,
Yeah,
they already fixed it.
They did it before I could chime in.
Yeah. We've had many flight delays recently, and it's caused by weather, of course. But we find out now that hotter weather may be behind the uptick in these flight delays, and it also may be behind the uptick in the turbulence that we're feeling when you fly. So if you are getting ready to fly, be ready for turbulence, because multiple studies have confirmed that skies have gotten bumpier over the past 40 years. Have they? Okay. One study...
I suppose that's climate change.
My gosh, Pat, have you read this study?
I have not.
Have you read this study?
Some like Kreskin.
Wow.
Yeah.
They specifically looked at climate change's role. Researchers Mohammed Fouad analyzed 11 different climate models, a whole 11, and told the Washington Post that with each degree of warming, we have an increase in this turbulence. The Southwest is likely to get hit hardest thanks to a stronger subtropical jet stream in the region. Okay. So airlines may need to keep extra, paper bags around, because people are going to be puking everywhere because it's going to be so bumpy.
Well, that's more trees you'll have to sacrifice.
Extreme turbulence can throw passengers from their seats, not if they're in them with their seatbelt on, forcing emergency inspections, and it's just going to cost too much. So one atmospheric science expert, that's a good gig right there, predicts that turbulence could quadruple in the coming decades.
And monkeys
especially
could fly out my butt.
Along the transatlantic
that could happen
routes.
Too.
So,
yeah.
I mean, it could happen.
It could.
It could happen.
Yeah, just like the monkeys flying out my butt. That could happen.
Remember that when your flight is canceled or delayed or anything, be happy, because you could be just bouncing around in the air getting to your destination. And it might not be safe.
Might not
be safe. As for the quick sports update, NHL, National Hockey League, the Florida Panthers are the new Stanley Cup champions as they defeated the Edmonton Oilers last night, looking at their repeat championship at beating Edmonton. I mean, this is their three-peat in the championships, and 2 times in a row winning it. So congratulations to the Florida Panthers. And the NBA Finals, the Oklahoma City Thunder are up 3 games to 2 against the Indiana Pacers. They play Game 5 tomorrow night in Indiana. Game 6 in Indiana tomorrow night. And then if there's a
6
Game
would
7
come after 5.
Yeah. And then if there's a Game 7, it's Saturday night.
Looked like you were struggling
Oklahoma
with that, but
City.
yeah.
I was just trying to get the night.
You're okay. 6
trying to get
comes
the days
after
right.
5.
Because sometimes there's 2 days, sometimes there's 3 days between the games. That's all.
I see.
But 6 does come after 5.
6 does come after 5.
It does.
That's the way those numbers work.
Yeah.
And I don't have the charts. I'll have the charts on Friday for the Fat 5. But it looks like the TV viewership via streaming has now topped broadcast and cable viewing in the U.S. for the first time, with 44.8% of TV consumed via streaming now.
Okay.
So you broadcast and cable companies, be on the alert.
And I've got a Fat 5 Chewing the Fat special with the 10 fattest states in the country.
Okay,
The
nice.
10 fattest states.
All right.
At number 10, Tennessee.
Okay.
37.8% of their population fat.
Okay.
Indiana, same, 37%. This is a like a 4-way tie for, so I guess it would be 6th place.
Okay.
Kentucky and Iowa, all at about the same.
Okay.
Oklahoma is next at 39%. Alabama.
Can I guess number 1?
You can guess number 1.
Mississippi.
No. Mississippi is number 3 at 40.4% of their population.
They're trimming down. They're getting the Maha spirit.
At number 2, Arkansas at 40.5% of their populace being obese. And at number 1, the fattest in the nation, Jeffy. The state of fatness.
Well, no, you're a planet.
Yeah, but
also a state.
You know, I feel like this is just your way of getting around your little fat shaming rule.
What was number 1?
Number 1 is West Virginia.
So I mean,
41.7.
So how many of those states are from the South? Because we love our greasy food. And
let's see.
There's a lot.
You got to go Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama.
Yeah.
Kentucky. And Tennessee, I would say. So several are in the South.
Yeah.
There's,
the least obese in the country, Montana at number 10.
That's just because they don't have any people.
Followed by Florida.
They're killing people left and right in the main
Connecticut.
streets.
And, here's the thing. They're not weighing all of these people.
What?
Right? This is based on factors like, how many... what kind of health care do you have? What kind of access? How many fast food restaurants are in there per capita? All of that kind of stuff.
And they have to ask carefully because of the HIPAA laws, man. You can't be asking all
Okay. You can't ask that.
You can't.
Yeah. It's not like they had a scale and they took it around every single
that'd be
person
cool.
in the state.
That's a
that
good
would be
gig,
cool.
though.
It's a great gig, and they should do it if they're going to tell us.
On my scale.
Yeah.
Let me eat!
Doesn't necessarily mean anything. All right. More coming up.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Got some tweets here. Caffeinated Texan tweets. Okay, Lindsey, let's learn from the mistakes made before World War II. How about we also learn from the mistakes we've learned in every conflict we've stuck our nose into since then? That's, man. Vietnam. Well, Korea. Let's start with Korea and go to Vietnam. Iraq. Twice, 3 times. How many times? Afghanistan.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a conflict that has gone well? I mean, even if we win, we eventually lose, like we did in Afghanistan.
And we were, and during the time of Afghanistan, we were all over the continent of Africa,
right?
Which
yes,
Trump got us out of that, thankfully.
Yeah.
Well,
Mogadishu. Anybody remember that in 93? How awful that was, and we lose the 18 or 19 Army Rangers, and then we leave.
Well,
see ya.
When the goal isn't a decisive victory by your military, but instead
It's not
to
gonna go
line
well.
the pockets of defense contractors, then you end up getting quagmires instead of
That's right.
obvious victories.
That's right.
And I believe that I believe that if we were to get into a battle, a war with Donald Trump at the helm, that wouldn't happen. You know, there were.
I believe that too because he doesn't. He hates war.
I don't want us to I don't want another war.
Yeah, I don't either.
But I believe that instead of pulling up at the very end when we could end up, when we're close to victory, he would get us to victory.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think we'd get out of it after the victory instead of nation rebuilding.
Right.
We don't need any of that. We've done that over and over and over again, and it doesn't go well. From Rowdy Introvert, not all promotions are reasons to celebrate. For example, if you're a technician in Iran and receive a memo from HR informing you that you've been promoted to nuclear scientist, you may want to hold off on the celebratory dinner.
That's my point. No thanks.
Yeah. You know what? No, I was just going to get into plumbing.
Did I apply for that?
I
don't
just going to start plumbing. Snyderman 17, can you guys please attend the Bernie rally and heckle him with, do ya? Really? Don't worry about it.
Is it?
When is it? When is the rally?
Sunday
Night.
I think it's Sunday. Right? Isn't that
Sunday, June 22nd, 3:30 p.m. Doors open at the Fighting Oligarchy.
So excited about that. That should be really, really fun.
Where we go from here.
And it's in Fort Worth, right?
Yeah.
Sure is.
Dickies Arena.
Dickies Arena.
That'll be
okay.
Good time.
Won't that be fun? Won't that be fun?
Yes, it will
Chris,
be.
you going? Are you going to go live stream?
I'll be in Peru.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, my goodness.
Next week you're on vacation,
All next
right?
week. Not vacation, sir.
Vacation, whatever
That's
it is.
not vacation.
Is it called vacation when you go to Peru?
Trip.
It's a mission trip.
Okay. It's a mission trip.
Work. It's a trip.
It's a trip.
Wow. You going to build houses and whatnot?
I will be building houses, yes, sir.
Wow. I would not move into that.
Is it a gated communities you're going to be building?
It is not, sir.
It is not.
I gotta get two planes. I get to the international airport, and then I get another plane to go to this little mountaintop. So,
really in Peru?
You going to have
a mountaintop in Peru?
Internet?
Yeah. No internet.
Oh, what's that going to be like?
I have no idea. I did buy me an international pass for my stupid phone, so hopefully that works.
How much that set you back?
$24 for 10 days.
If you can hook up, you should be able to have Starlink, right? No matter where you're at.
Oh,
true.
You should see.
Have the natives up there in the mountaintop ever been exposed to the World Wide Web?
Yes, they have. Oh. They did a Zoom call yesterday with the director of missions.
So there's access. Yeah, there's access.
Did they have to go down to the valley? To...
Don't bring cocoa leaves back with you, but go ahead and use them while you're up there, my friend.
Wait, what does that mean?
I don't know.
Okay.
Nobody knows.
Okay.
Nobody knows. Don't ask, because
have fun, man.
I'm sure it's icky. Whatever.
That's exactly. Yes, thank you.
It is not.
Whatever he means,
yes,
it's icky.
Icky. Yes.
Yeah. And I don't want to know, frankly. All right. Mayor Karen Bass. She's still unhappy that the federal government came to her city to keep the peace, and she wants the president to know how important the labor of illegal aliens are to her city. And,
I don't think the president understands that there are entire sectors of our economy that could not function without immigrant labor. We have 4,000 independent businesses in the fashion district, and the fashion district, as described by the owners and operators, is a ghost town.
Okay. Then I guess Americans have some jobs to fill, don't they? Don't they?
My heart is breaking.
Maybe we should get on that. Maybe you might want to do that instead of bellyache about how many illegals aren't there now. Mel Gibson has a message for Mayor Bass and Governor Gavin Newsom.
Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass have already proven their incompetence and poor leadership during the Los Angeles wildfires. Now, as we experience rampant lawlessness and civil unrest, it's never been more clear they're unable to respond effectively and responsibly during calamity. Whether it's sheer incompetence or outright malevolence, the reality is stark. California's in a state of turmoil, and I ask my fellow Angelenos, why are Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass still in office?
It's a good question.
How much more of their destructive decision-making masquerading as leadership are we going to tolerate?
I don't know.
It's time to take back our community and our state and put the power and the privilege in the hands of competent leaders whose goals are to protect us and the way of life this nation was founded upon and promises to offer. That's all.
Except for this.
10. I finally counted them. 10 exhales.
Okay. Nice. All right. Good. He's right, though.
He is absolutely right.
He's right.
He's right
about
on
Karen
everything
Bass
he
and
said
Gavin Newsom.
on the video he played. He's everything
Yeah,
is right.
we don't
with
care.
the audio we played.
And we don't care. So he's right about both things.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. And he's right that Karen Bass doesn't care. She doesn't care about the rule of law. She doesn't care about Americans. I mean, it's pathetic. And I don't know how they're in office anymore either, especially Karen Bass. I mean, she has failed repeatedly.
It never ends.
Man. Another Hollywood celebrity, Arnold Schwarzenegger, was on The View yesterday. And here's what happened there.
You are an immigrant. You're an immigrant in this country. Yeah. Did you have a visceral reaction to what they're doing, what ICE is doing, when you see the videos of it?
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, I tell you, you said that the immigrant, I'm so proud and happy that I was impressed by the American people like that. I mean, imagine I came over here with the age of 21, with absolutely nothing. And then to create a career like that. I mean, in no other country in the world could you do that. Every single thing, if it's my bodybuilding career, if it's my acting career, becoming governor, the beautiful family that I've created, all of this is because of America.
Pause it for a second.
And so this is why I'm so...
he came here legally.
Well, he's getting to that.
He came here legally.
He's getting to that.
All right, let him get there.
Is because of America.
That's true.
And so this is why I'm so happy to see firsthand that this is the greatest country in the world, and this is the land of opportunity.
Yeah, Whoopi knows it too.
And I think because I'm such a proud American and a proud immigrant that came to America, I was asked to do on July 4th a big speech, the keynote speech at Mount Vernon, where George Washington was laid to rest, and where he lived and all that, to celebrate the 250th anniversary of America, the existence of America. And I will be doing the speech there. They asked me because I'm an immigrant, and we will be, there will be 7,000 some people there, and we will be there will be people that will be sworn in and will become citizens. That's
great.
So it's really a great celebration. And this is what this is all about, is to celebrate people becoming Americans and coming to America and all that. And so I just think the world of the great kind of history that we have with immigrants in America. But the key thing also is at the same time that we got to do things legal.
Whoa.
That is the important thing. You know? So you got to do things legal. And those people that are doing illegal things in America, the foreigners, they are not smart. Because when you come to America, you're a guest. And you have to behave like a guest. Like when I go to someone's house, and I'm a guest, then I will do everything I can to keep things clean and to make my bed, to do everything that is the right thing to do, rather than committing a crime or being abusive or something like that. So that doesn't really work in this country.
Her hand, that's, what's her, oh my gosh.
Sunny.
Nightmare. Sunny the nightmare, trying to put her hand on his arm, make him stop him.
Okay.
All right, honey, don't go there. Don't do this. Don't go there. No,
she cannot wait.
We don't want to hear this. We don't want to hear this, hon. No.
How at least
go back to
was...
screw your freedom. Go back to that, Arnold. That's the Arnold we want to hear right now. Okay,
that's why we've got you here.
Go back to that. That's the Arnold we expected here. We didn't expect conservative Arnold from 30 years ago. We expect screw your freedom from 5 years ago. Come on, Arnold.
Whoopi absolutely knew it was coming.
Yes,
that look on her
yes,
face
she
was like,
did.
oh my gosh.
Because Whoopi knows him. I
Yes.
mean, they should know who he is and how he feels about immigration.
We would definitely want the screw your freedom.
Screw
Arnold,
your
where you
freedom.
at?
Yeah. But he's not going to go there on immigration.
No
Because
way.
he did it the right way. He enjoys all that America has to offer. And then he sees these people spitting in our face.
Yes.
Demanding things they don't deserve when they came here illegally. And they continue to commit crimes in this country.
Oh, I feel like I should reach over and make
and
nose
maybe
stop.
grab my arm.
Hold his
Stop.
arm. Yeah,
Stop.
hold his
You've
arm.
gone way too far. Way too far.
But I want to say something. Arnold.
I want to jump in right here because our audience is getting a little antsy. I can feel it right now. We got a whole bunch of liberals in this audience, and they want to hear nastiness about America.
Yes, they
okay?
do.
We want you to
your freedom.
Yes, they want to hear
thank you.
that. Yes, that's
thank
what
you,
they
Arnold.
want.
That's what we want to hear.
Screw your freedom.
Thank you.
All right, what else is he hitting?
All right, let's see it.
Then I will do everything I can to keep things clean and to make my bed and to do everything that is the right thing to do rather than committing a crime or being abusive or something like that. So that doesn't really work in this country. So I think the important thing is when you become an immigrant, to think about, okay, I go to America because I want to use America for the great opportunities that America has in education, in jobs, creating a family, all of those kind of things. Then you have to think about, okay, if I get all of those things from America, then I have to give something back.
Yeah.
Now, you have a responsibility as an immigrant to give back to America and to pay back to America and to go and do something for your community for no money whatsoever. Give something back to after-school programs, Special Olympics, or whatever it is. Make this country a better place.
Arnold, don't forget.
That's great.
Don't forget.
But wait.
Remember, Arnold had to go out there and fill a pothole in his neighborhood.
He did.
That's right.
So
that's right.
He's giving back.
Now, this is the Arnold that got him elected.
Right.
Yes.
That would have been the
In
question to
California.
ask. You're the former governor. What would you have been doing with all this nonsense?
That would have been, but they don't want any of that.
They don't want the answer
They
to that.
don't
Especially
want
after that. They don't. We're
Nope.
wrapping up the show.
Now they want him to go
Look
away.
at the time to go.
You know what, Arnold? Damn, we thought we had
Show
more time.
is over. We don't.
I said I was here for the whole show.
Yeah, no, it is the whole show. We just have Sonny to yap for another 15 minutes, but you got to go.
Ask the question again, Keith. Ask the question to the governor, to the former governor. What he would do.
So what would you be doing during this chaos there in Los Angeles as the governor of California?
Screw your freedom.
Yeah, that's what he'd be doing. And he didn't even mention the Mexican flags being waved in our faces.
No, he did not.
Which is outrageous. And I don't know how you're trying to win the hearts and minds of America. Well, you're not.
But I mean, he kind of did. I mean, when he talked about you come to this country, you want to, you got to be, become an American. So I mean,
that's part of it, right? Not waving Mexican flags in our face. Yeah. Meanwhile, U.S. Attorney. Well, we'll get into that in a second. We'll talk about U.S. Attorney Bill Saley.
I love Bill.
Discussing a particular arrest at the L.A. riots. We'll get into that coming up here in a minute. First, let me tell you about Beam, because Beam is proudly founded in America, and it's run by people who share our values. Hard work, integrity, delivering results. It's a healthy nighttime blend packed with science-backed ingredients, which have been shown to improve sleep. So you wake up refreshed and ready to take on the day. Dream is made with a powerful blend of all natural ingredients. It's not a nasty drug that's going to knock you out and keep you out for a week and a half, and then you wake up groggy and all you want to do is go back to sleep. It's got reishi in it, magnesium, L-theanine, apigenin, and melatonin. And it's designed to help you fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up feeling great. And unlike other sleep aids, no next day grogginess. Just great restful sleep. Beam is giving my listeners the ultimate Patriot discount right now. Up to 40% off. Try their best-selling Dream Powder and get up to 40% off for a limited time. So just go to shopbeam.com/Pat. shopbeam.com/Pat. And use the promo code PAT at checkout. That's shopbeam. Shopbeam.com/Pat. Get up to 40% off. Sleep better and wake up stronger.
Saying what you're thinking. Pat Gray Unleashed.
You know what? I'm back in the Arnold camp now.
Oh, really?
I was out of the Arnold camp for a long time because he at the end of his gubernatorial run in California, he kind of seemed to go off the liberal end again. And then with the screw your freedom thing, no. But that was the Arnold that we all used to respect and love and appreciate because he loves America.
Okay.
So that was nice.
I mean, I liked what he just had to say, but boy.
You're not back on the Arnold?
No, the
bandwagon?
people that show their true colors during COVID.
I know that's true.
Never getting me back.
That is your thing, though.
Yeah,
that is your thing.
Never getting me back.
Yeah. It's his
But
jihad.
thanks for...
Everybody's got a jihad. That's yours.
Yep. The lack of forgiveness for the COVID era?
Yes.
That's fair.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think so.
Yeah. All areas.
Let that thing go.
Okay. Tell that to all the people that died from the vaccine that was forced on them.
They've already let it go.
Not good. The people who died have let it go? Yeah, that's probably true.
Stop.
It's probably true. Oof. Let's see. Lump of Goo tweets. Was that Gibson phone panting the same sound Jeffy makes when the buffet closes?
Oh, see what?
See what?
Oh, no.
You don't care.
Let me eat.
How many times has that happened, Jeff?
I want to go on record as saying
Is it the same?
It is not the same.
Not the same?
It is not the same.
Okay.
No.
All right. Well, there's your answer, Lump of Goo. Spicy Gangsta tweets, Arnold loves everything we have to offer until a cold comes along. Then it's...
Screw your freedom.
Yes. Right. That's correct. Oh, okay. We got small print for this one, so that's great. Let me dig out the actual specs here. Efforting thought criminal. Arnold, screw your freedom, Schwarzenegger, and needs to go back to teaching kindergarten. Yeah, where he learned this.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Thanks for the tip.
That's what his maid said.
That's a great movie.
That's a great movie.
You know?
It is.
I'm going to watch that again.
I have
sometime
not watched
soon.
it in a long
I
time.
haven't seen that in a while.
It's pretty dated. Last time I saw it, it gets pretty dated, but it's well
Is
worth
it?
a watch. Yeah, it's
Well,
well
that
worth
one's
a
really good. So is Twins with Danny
Yeah, it's
DeVito.
fun.
Yes,
That's fun.
Twins.
Twins was good.
Yeah, I'll take Twins over Kindergarten.
One of my favorites, Total Recall. And he's done some good stuff.
That's a huge
Yes,
But
monster
Twins
movies.
and Kindergarten Cop were different. Those were, far different for him. So that was kind of
And
cool.
the funny thing
Terminator
was,
and that's a classic.
Terminator.
Oh, yes, Terminator.
Great
The
movie.
funny thing is, after that clip on The View, I went and I gave him a try for the new Netflix series Fubar, where he plays a CIA retiree.
Oh, that's right. And he has to save his daughter
has
or
to save
something.
his
I've seen the
daughter.
previews
Yeah.
of that.
I gave him a try. First episode is, it's fun. It's just Arnold being
Oh,
Arnold.
it's a series?
It's a series, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's 8 episodes. Yeah, 8 episodes.
You
so-
didn't like it?
No, I started the first episode.
Oh, okay.
and then
So you haven't seen the rest
I
of
haven't
it?
seen the rest, but
You did like it?
yes, I'm going to watch it in the plane.
Should see his documentaries, too. Really interesting.
Yeah, he's a
led
fascinating-
he
he
fascinating
absolutely
life.
has.
What is it, the Olympian? Is that
Yeah,
one of them?
he was, Mr. Olympia.
Miss Olympia, yeah.
Yeah. So he was
I watched
Mr.
him.
Universe, I
Yeah,
think, and
yes, he
Mr.
was.
Olympia. Yeah.
I mean,
he's one of the probably the all-time greatest bodybuilder.
Yeah.
So,
Chris, have you seen Terminator?
Yeah.
Have you seen Predator?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I was going to say that would be great for a long flight down there.
Oh, those
And
are
then
great.
you
Oh, yeah.
Predator's
Then you
fun.
get in the
Yeah.
jungle down there, and you're going to be looking over your shoulder.
Predator's fun.
True.
that is fun. All right. Meanwhile, Kris, walk us through this U.S. Attorney Bill Assaley.
Yeah, so you guys
discussing
remember-
an arrest at the LA
Yeah, so you
riots.
guys remember all those wild, peaceful protesters?
The mostly peaceful
The mostly
ones, yeah.
peaceful. Here's an update of all the charges for everybody. They
Oh.
literally were able to find all the main people and hear all the charges for them.
Oh. Okay.
As I mentioned last week, much of the violence has been directed at law enforcement, police officers who are just trying to do their jobs and protect the community. As you saw in the news, on June 8th, our highway patrol officers were violently and viciously attacked by individuals from an overpass above the 101 freeway, throwing rocks and explosive devices and lighting CHP cars on fire. On Friday, federal agents in the CHP arrested Mr. Adam Charles Palermo for his role in the attack on our CHP officers. Palermo was caught on video participating in the attack. His social media account contained a collage of photographs and videos depicting a man
Yeah, he
holding
was
flying
proud of it.
debris,
What a moron.
CHP patrol car on fire, and various
Jeez.
other damage to CHP patrol cars. In the caption, he wrote, "All of the protests I've been involved in, which is well over 100 now, I'm most proud of what I did today." Mr. Palermo is charged with a violation of 18 United States Code Section 844I, attempted arson of a vehicle used in interstate or foreign commerce. He faces a mandatory minimum penalty of 5 years and a statutory maximum penalty of 20 years. He will not be doing any protests for the next foreseeable future. Another case filed yesterday involves an individual who spit on a military serviceman and a law enforcement officer. On Saturday, California National Guard and federal police were outside the federal building on Los Angeles Street trying to protect federal property. Angus Johnson confronted a California National Guardsman, and after heckling him, he spit on him. Johnson then spit on other federal police officers present who were trying to keep the peace. As our president said, if you spit, we hit, and we will hit you with a felony. Mr. Johnson is charged with assaulting a federal agent in violation of 18 United States Code Section 111.
Come on now.
He faces a maximum sentence of 8 years in prison.
Okay.
So is that a line too far? The spit?
The spitting.
That's a felony?
Yeah.
A felony?
That's a lot. I don't know. That's a lot for spitting. I mean, I don't like it, and you should probably get punched in the face. But
yeah, that's not hitting.
Charges?
A felony and up to 8 years in prison, that seems a little bit more than a
little
hit.
excessive,
Yeah.
maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, the feds want to get their hands.
But here's the thing. Don't spit.
I know.
Don't spit.
I know.
You know, it's not that hard. Don't spit.
I know.
I used to ask my sons and the teammates on their baseball team, why do you spit
that's part of the game.
on the field all the time?
That's part of the game.
Stop it.
Yeah. That's part of the game.
It's not that hard. Don't spit.
No, that's part of the game.
No, they're not chewing tobacco or whatever like the major league players used to do. What are you spitting for?
Because
You're spitting
it's part of the game.
It's cool.
You got to scratch
right?
and you got to spit.
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
part of the
unwritten
game.
rules.
Hello, that's baseball.
You really don't.
You do, though.
really don't have to.
Wow, it's like you never played the game.
I'll bet I could count the number of times I spit when I played baseball on 0 fingers. None. No time. You don't have to spit when you're playing baseball.
Clearly, you've never played baseball.
I have many.
You'd fit in
times.
Thailand, where you get caned for spitting on the street, right?
Oh, yeah. Right? Right? Yeah.
Screw your freedom. No spitting.
All right. We've got much more coming up. 888-900-3393.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right. Before we go any further, we got to share this story. Breaking news. There are reports about a Dutch man. Okay, so that's Holland, right?
Oh,
that's the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
I always get Dutchland and Denmark mixed up. So it used to be Holland. It's now the Netherlands. And those are the Dutch.
Yeah.
Denmarkians are the Danes.
And don't even get us started on Deutschland.
You don't even want to go there.
Denmarkians are the people that believe they have control over Greenland.
That's right.
Which
they do not.
No, America does.
Right.
Thank you.
So anyway, this Dutch guy was hospitalized after inserting 15 hard-boiled eggs into his rectum. Rectum? Darn near killed him. And it did, because he went to the hospital, apparently. The man, under the influence of drugs, surprisingly.
That's irrelevant to this story.
Along with his partner, peeled and inserted the eggs rectally.
Okay, so they were peeled. I was going to ask.
I was going to ask
no
that.
shell.
Yeah.
No shell.
Because
so you would think it was fine,
Because
right?
no wonder some of it got perforated, torn up inside if he didn't.
Yeah, because
right, but he didn't have any shellage in there. So, but he did experience severe abdominal pain and was taken to the hospital. A CT scan. So he had a CAT scan that revealed a perforation in the sigmoid colon and a considerable amount of air and fluid in the abdominal cavity. You don't want that.
So, wow. So just the eggs, no bacon?
Yeah, just the eggs, no bacon, no hash browns.
Why you guys are making fun of this? Yeah. He's going for the world record.
Now you've cheapened the story.
It's ridiculous. The guy, it felt so good at 14. We went for the 15.
Thank you.
There it is.
Yeah, what is the Guinness Book of Records on that?
We're going to have to look that up because it's been a while since
I think it's going to be this guy. I don't know that there is a record.
Cool.
Anyway, you had to have emergency surgery. A laparotomy was necessary to remove the eggs and repair the intestinal tear.
I want to hear what the doctors and nurses were saying during that surgery.
Can you imagine?
That's a reality show that needs to happen.
Yeah. Prices of eggs in that country, they must be cheap. Because
right. Okay. Oh, man.
Cool. So I hope it was worth it.
Yeah, me too.
It was before he got to 15.
Should have stopped at 14.
Yep.
I've often said that.
You just got a little greedy. That's all. So a less entertaining story, one that really, this pisses me off, the Nezza thing.
Oh, yeah, this is your girl.
My girl. I've never heard of her
Nezza,
until this week.
Really?
Really?
Oh, yeah, she's pretty big. But she decided to take this on her own.
So the
really
Dodgers
ticks me off.
had her sing the national anthem. And her plan was to sing it in Spanish. But they said, you know what? Because of all the unrest, we just assumed we'd rather have you. Please just do it in English, okay? We don't need to stoke any flames here.
And it's strange coming from the Dodgers, too, because they usually are pretty liberal toward that.
They did the anti-Catholic thing with
and they did the pride flag with the logo.
Right. So, anyway, she did the national anthem, and she sang it in Spanish anyway.
She decided to do it herself, and I just decided I have to do it. And I saw her silly video that she posted afterward and talked about how, look, those of you that know me know I don't do anything. I don't do anything that's not out of love. And I just had to do it. I just felt like I had to do it.
She said in that video that you have referenced, watch the Dodgers tell me I can't sing the Spanish Star Spangled Banner that Roosevelt literally commissioned in 1945.
Right.
They told her, we're going to do the song in English today. Okay. And then she didn't. You're a guest of the Dodgers.
Right.
You're there because they asked you to perform, and they asked you to sing the song in English. And you, by the way, are in the United States of America, where English might not be the official language, but it's unofficially the official language. Yeah. Sing the song in English like you were asked to. That pisses me off.
And I thought our president made American the language, right?
American English.
Oh, okay.
Speak American.
Yeah. I don't know. Is that did we get an executive order on that?
I thought he did.
They want to believe that's part of the.
Look that up. Yeah. I have forgotten that. If that actually happened, he might have.
So I think speak
He's
American.
bold enough to do that.
Speak American.
What am I looking up? I mean, you could sing.
Is English now the official language of the United States of America?
Would that apply to a Dodgers pregame?
Yes.
You're darn right it would,
yes,
Keith.
It would. Yes,
yes. Trump signs executive order making English official language.
There you go. So
it
is
government,
official now.
For the government, right?
Yes, in the executive branch.
And then he needs to now go and add an addendum to say...
And the Dodgers.
Yeah, and MLB national anthems.
It just, what's frustrating about that is that,
frustrating.
She's really full of herself.
Oh, yeah.
Yes!
Believe
She's a narcissist.
That, I just do everything out of love, and I don't care what they said.
What BS? It pisses me off.
Yeah, and she talked about also in that video about her parents coming here and being illegally, by the way, they're immigrants and I think they're citizens now legally.
They are. She said for years they've been citizens.
And so then what it takes and what they had to go through.
Yes.
And yet that doesn't matter to you.
And there's so much strife going on in L.A. Why do you know better, I guess, than everybody else, and you're just going to do it the way you want to do it.
Right.
But she is famous. I mean, people know her.
Yeah.
She's big right now.
I didn't know her until this.
It's Vanessa Hernandez, I think is her name.
Nezza.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Get it?
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you did get it. Got it.
You've heard her music, though?
Yeah.
Is she good?
Oh, Pat.
Tremendous singer.
Well, sing us some bars there. Are they in English or Spanish or songs?
Yeah, I don't speak Spanish.
But you do listen to her Spanish songs.
Yeah, man. Oh, man.
All the time.
That one song, my favorite song, I think, is
something about love.
Como están?
Oh,
I think that's the title.
She's also got that one called Yo Quiero Taco Bell.
No, that's not her.
That's not her?
No.
Oh,
it's
never
it's
mind.
her
cousin.
That's her
cousin.
The second one is, I think, Muy Bien.
Okay.
That's my favorite song.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Donde el baño. Is that one of her songs?
That's on the new album.
Oh, okay. All right. So, I'm not that familiar with her
What's
stuff.
funny is I try to
obviously.
Google Nezza songs, and all I get is Nezza sings national anthem.
Yeah, that's the
I
only
don't
thing
think she
anybody
has
knows.
any songs that are.
Jeffy says he's heard of her.
Wow. Okay.
He listens to her extensively.
You know, I will say that I didn't know we were going to spend this much time talking about her, but since it's such a topic here, what's the deal? Like, how are you getting the hair to stick to your forehead like that? What are they?
Dude, that's a big.
that's a big
Hispanic and black.
Okay, but guys, what product are they using?
Oh, that's hair gel.
Just to stick it on your forehead like that.
Yes.
So you're supposed to put a piece of hair in the shape of a D on your forehead.
On any shape. On any shape, Pat. How dare you? You grab a little toothbrush, because that's what you use. You use a toothbrush.
Yeah, put the gel on.
And then you put a gel on the toothbrush, and then you shape it how you want it, and then you start combing it. Bro, that's like key right there.
That's like key.
That's key. Right there. Right there. Okay, well, good. Learn something new every day, don't you?
But sing the national anthem.
Yeah.
Now,
in
English.
In
know,
English.
this
It's
Major League
America.
Baseball, they're flying the pride flag, when we're singing the national anthem earlier at the Mets Stadium. So, are the
I will
Dodgers
say,
going
though,
to be upset?
and this is likely to happen someday, if I'm asked in Mexico City to sing their national anthem at a soccer match, and I said, well, I'd like to do it in English, and they say, no, we need you to do it in Spanish. Are you going to spit in their face and do it in English anyway? No. But all of those things are acceptable here.
Right.
But not in other countries.
Not in other countries. Yeah.
And then we're the haters and we're the racist and we're the xenophobes when we take exception to it. I can't. I just can't. I can't take it.
I know.
In New York, comptroller Brian Lander was arrested because he interfered with immigration authorities, and that was somewhat of a chaotic scene.
Judicial warrant. You have a judicial warrant.
No one is above the law, sir.
That only works with Democrats, though, telling Republicans.
Oh, okay. So,
yeah.
So there you go. I mean, this thing
in this
goes
case,
on
it doesn't
and on.
work.
Yeah.
So ridiculous.
I think, did he assault an official?
Yeah, he was pushing officials around, and
probably
like
not a
the
good
other
plan.
Yeah, well, like
Well, it
what's her
started
face?
with him assisting an illegal to get away, right?
To get away from the court, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Because that's what
Democrats do.
Well, no, I was going to say that's what keeps happening at these courthouses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is ICE shows up. All right, you've had your due process. Step out of the court and busted.
Yeah. And for some reason, all of these Democrats think it's okay to interfere with law enforcement. It isn't. And you're being shown that right now. It's not going to be tolerated. So quit doing it. Quit doing it. If this was Republicans doing this
my gosh,
a Democrat administration.
Insurrection.
It's insurrection. It's exactly what they'd be screaming. Pathetic.
He kept screaming there, you don't have the jurisdiction to arrest an American citizen. Is that true that ICE can't do that? I thought it was just law enforcement.
Federal law.
Yeah,
I feel like the supremacy clause would kind of kick in there and nullify whatever local stuff is.
I mean, they're federal officers. So
It's exactly what a white supremacist would say.
That is exactly what a white supremacist would say.
What they
You're
would
right
say.
there.
Yeah.
Now, the 10th Amendment wouldn't apply because the supremacy clause is in the Constitution. So, therefore,
right.
Sorry, when's our rally tonight?
7. It's at 7.
And then, of course, we're going to get to Alex Padilla, too, the senator who interrupted Kristi Noem the other day. We'll get to that in just a second. But first, let me tell you about Kexi cookies. You're going to eventually thank me for this because they are, in fact, I don't just say this just to babble things out of my mouth. This is true. They are the best cookies on the planet. Is that not the truth? It's the truth, right?
It's the truth. No, that's scientific. We did the test.
We did science.
We've tested it?
Yeah.
Scientifically proven best cookies on earth. For instance, the peanut butter marshmallow cookie.
Oh, bro.
Oh, that gooey deliciousness.
You keep talking about them.
Didn't I? Well, I have brought them in. It's just that people eat them and then they're not here
You
anymore.
ate that one.
Yeah, we didn't.
I saw you eat it.
I did eat that one.
And you did not share.
And I was just going to take a
that's
bite.
exactly what he said. People eat them.
People eat them, and I did. And I couldn't stop, and before I knew it, it was completely gone. They are huge. You can share these with people, but Jeffy hates that, of course. Right. I know.
A single cookie is for a single human, period.
That's the law. Peru.
So if you're at Jeffy's house, they're not going to be cut into little slices for you. You're going to have to eat the whole thing if you take one on. And it's worth it. It's melt in your mouth deliciousness. You're going to love these things. Got a review from Roseanne who said, these have to be, hands down, the best cookies ever. See? It's not just me. I ordered them after hearing about Kexi from Pat Gray on Blaze TV. They are every bit as delicious as he said. Well, you're only saying that, Roseanne, because it's true. Yeah. So she ordered a dozen. They arrived in 3 days in a beautiful blue box. Yes, much like this, no doubt. It looks a little something like this. We do have the bigger one that fits 12. And
those are a lot nicer, by the way.
Yes.
The box that fits 12, a lot nicer.
Lot nicer
than
the one that fits.
Yeah, that's puny little 6 box.
So she will be ordering again, and you will too if you go to Kexi.com and order yours today. Kexsi, Kexi.com.
Pat Gray Unleashed now continues.
Then we come to crybaby Senator Alex Padilla. I mean,
So we're not past this yet?
He's still pretending that he doesn't understand why.
He has PTSD, bro.
Oh my gosh.
He has
This guy.
Is that what he's claiming?
No, that's all he's
claiming.
claiming.
Okay. All right. I wouldn't be surprised.
I know.
But he was on the Senate floor yesterday talking about his tragedy. Just how bad it was. It was so catastrophic in his life. Here's what he said.
I was forced to the ground. First on my knees.
Oh, no. No, don't say that.
And then flat on my chest.
Put yourself flat on the ground, sir. We saw the
And as I
video.
was handcuffed
Handcuffed.
and marched down a hallway,
Oh, not marched down a hallway.
repeatedly asking, why am I being detained?
Pause it for a second. He repeatedly asked. He didn't know. He was just minding his own business, trying to interrupt.
Right.
Christy Nome.
Christy Nome's conference. Yeah. I mean, who knew you couldn't do that? I had no idea.
I mean, he's the senior senator from California.
He didn't
with
know.
no sense of no identification on him.
Right.
No name tag.
Well,
no
they should have just known.
We should have just known. Because he
All
said
right.
so. After he started, fighting them to come back into the room.
Let's hear more of his tragic tale.
Not once did they tell me why.
Okay.
I pray you never have a moment like this.
Me too. Me too.
But I will tell you, in that moment, a lot of questions came to my mind.
I bet
Really?
they did.
Everything like such as,
First of all, where are they taking me?
where are they taking
Because
him?
I know I'm not just being escorted out of the building.
Pause it for a second. You know where they took him?
Where?
Where'd they take him?
El Salvador.
No. A CCOT?
Threw him right in the CCOT prison.
That doesn't
Directly.
seem
Did not
accurate.
pass
He's
go.
standing there now. It doesn't look like he's
gonna
there.
say.
Must have
Well,
got right
he
out.
just got released,
Oh, he got
unfortunately,
released.
and sent back. Yeah, he had to have the due process thing.
process.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they took him out into the hall. They didn't even arrest him, right? They
No,
didn't
he was
even-
just
they didn't
detained.
take him
Detained him.
anywhere.
And he had a meeting with her afterwards.
Right,
Honestly.
15-minute meeting with her.
I'm being serious. They should have booked his dumb ass.
They should.
Honestly. They should be a mugshot.
This is asinine. All right, let's see if we can get through it.
Am I being arrested here?
No, you're not,
wish.
Alex, but you should have
What will a city already on edge
That's why you should have
from being
lunged at the
militarized
Right.
think
Stupid ass.
when they see their United States senator being
too much.
handcuffed just for trying to ask a question?
Yeah,
No.
just for trying to ask a
No,
question.
Alex.
That's all he was doing. Trying to ask. I guess questions are illegal in this country
Of course.
now.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Screw your freedom.
Pathetic!
Oh, man.
He's a victim, Pat.
He's a victim.
Big
He
time.
has PTSD,
I see they rushed
basically.
Christy Nome to the hospital
Yeah,
yesterday, too.
she allergic reaction. Do we know what it was?
Oh, man.
For?
No, we do not.
Okay, but she's okay now.
I'm sorry, but it's not Christy Nome. It's Ice Barbie Christy Nome rushed
Ice
to the
Barbie.
hospital.
Ice Barbie rushed to the
Okay.
hospital.
What are we doing?
And again, that's okay because she's Republican, so
Correct.
you can disparage
Okay.
her
So
and
Correct.
it's not just Christy Nome. Ice Barbie.
I didn't
allude
read
to
what
her
the allergic reaction
looks.
was from, but she, as far as I know, she's okay now.
Yeah, she never
good.
went out of conscious. She was alert the whole time and talking. We don't know what she ate or smelt.
Smelt?
Yeah, some people are allergic.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, to smells. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
His
you never know
wife.
what she smelled.
Could be. Your wife?
Jeff, his
You
wife
never know what
is
she smelled.
like-
What's your problem?
Amber, if she smells something,
Oh yeah, honey.
honey.
Really?
Yeah.
Just the smell of
Yeah,
honey
she
will
starts-
set her off?
And strawberries.
Oh my
Really?
Strawberries.
goodness.
She's no. She. I mean, she can smell strawberries.
Huh.
Okay. Interesting.
What happens if she eats them?
Dead.
Yeah, she drops over.
Immediately dead.
And it's a good thing that she doesn't eat the ones that I leave laying around because I don't want anything bad to happen.
Then why do you leave them laying
Because
around?
I like them.
Oh.
I don't.
Snacks for
What do you-
later.
Well, I would think that, out of deference to her and her condition, you would
Maybe you
probably
just
not
don't
leave them
keep
laying
them
Is
around.
it my fault that one of the things that I love in life is dipping strawberries into honey? No.
No. Strawberries in the honey.
Man, I love that.
I've
That's
never
what
tried
I've
that.
had that ever since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
So rather than taste like a strawberry, they then
tastes like
taste like
honey.
honey.
Yeah.
on
Right.
top of a strawberry.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, good. Well, that's great.
I try not to open it when she's around. Usually.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
that's-
no, but serious business on the honey.
Serious?
Yeah, serious business on the honey. Yeah,
Just
it's
the
really
smell.
bad. Yeah, if it's in that same room, same area stuff, ooh, not good.
my youngest son has that problem with tree nuts.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really bad. I mean, I don't know if the
incredible.
smell does it, but man,
More and more
should
people,
try it
so many
today.
people have that.
Yeah. He took, the first time we ever encountered it, he was 9 years old. We had no idea.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And a friend of ours had come over and made this pistachio ice cream. And he wasn't sure if he was going to like it. So fortunately, he took just a teeny,
Little kid,
tiny taste.
bit, yeah.
Immediately couldn't breathe, started swelling up. Vomiting. It's a serious thing.
Yeah, it is. It is.
These allergies can really be,
Yes, they
they
do.
can be life-threatening,
Yes.
frankly. So let's be careful, Ice Barbie.
Ice Barbie.
Yeah.
She needs to be careful with her
Be
tree
careful.
nuts.
Right.
Damn, maybe we don't want to know what caused it because then
True.
Guys like Alex Padilla might accidentally
Right.
leave boxes of stuff
No
around.
kidding.
Right.
No kidding. Yeah, and so Congress, I know they like their vacations, but boy, they've been really busy making the rounds to different places. They keep showing up at ICE facilities without appointments.
That's really strange.
Who's this guy, Raja?
Are their phones
Krishnamoothi?
broken or
I don't know how to make
They
appointments.
do they have
a
aides
concept that's
that
lost
could,
on
hey,
me.
you know what? Make me an appointment at the ICE facility. I'd like to go in and talk to somebody.
Do you remember?
That's too hard.
Right. Do you
Yeah,
remember
you just do that online. I
last
can't
week,
do that.
Maxine Waters showed up to an ICE facility, got the door slammed in her face. Similar thing happened to Raja Krishnamoothi or whatever the hell his name is.
I love Raj.
No, not allowed to be here.
DI International.
Yeah, I don't care who he is.
I am an officer with ICE. You're an officer with ICE? Do you have a badge? Do you have an ID? Can you see it? I don't have
Yeah, I don't care.
You don't have to show me. I'm telling you to leave. I've already identified myself. I'm an officer with ICE. Can you show me a badge or an ID? You're not allowed to be here.
So
Police are
great.
coming. Okay?
They keep doing it.
Close the door.
Keep doing it. Zoop.
That's the best.
Zoop.
Do they think they're making inroads with the American people with this nonsense? I don't think anybody believes this is really effective, that you're changing the hearts and minds of Americans, and all of a sudden they're going to demand that you can just show up wherever you want and
Right.
demand to go in there.
I mean, we've all gone to places where we knew that we may have needed an appointment, and we're hoping that we can get in. Hey, can you see me? Can I get in? Can we make this happen? I know I need an appointment. I don't have one. I need to get this done today. And you've been told no.
Get out.
There's no chance.
Get out.
Have a nice day. Nobody.
So everybody knows you're just grandstanding.
Yeah.
Everybody knows it. Did you see what just happened to Terry Bradshaw?
Oh yeah, TSA
at the airport with the TSA. So he talked about the ridiculous treatment by TSA. This goes through my mind every time I take a flight. But he's 76 now. Everybody knows who Terry Bradshaw is.
We've had this argument. Remember, that's why I hated that commercial with what's his face when he was going through the TSA and they were promoting shoes. and they stop him and frisk him, and I'm like, that just pisses me off because
you know who he is.
You know who he is.
You know what? Here's the thing. If I'm on a plane with Terry Bradshaw and Terry blows himself and the rest of us on that flight completely to kingdom come.
You got me.
Because he didn't get any extra scrutiny. I'm going to say, yeah,
wow,
okay, you got me this time. I didn't see that one coming. All right? Who knew Terry Bradshaw was a suicide bomber trying to kill Americans? You should have checked him, but I understand that you didn't.
All right.
So as the plane is crashing to the ground, I'm thinking, damn, he really got us on that one.
Got us on that one. He fooled
us. I supported him, not getting the extra scrutiny. Because is there anybody on earth who believes Terry Bradshaw is going to blow up this flight?
Yeah, now I really hate the Steelers.
So, yeah, you got me. It's ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous. And the thing is if you're there, like if I was standing there,
so
I would
do they
say,
do exactly
what are you doing? It's Terry Bradshaw. Let's go.
Right.
So
let's go. We got to get on our plane.
For those of us unfamiliar, what happened? Did he get strip searched or what happened?
Yeah, he had to take off his shoes and and did the wand, and then they patted him up and they felt him up.
Grab his Hall of Fame junk.
Look, we've all been through it, and it's a nightmare. It's an agonizing.
I hate it.
But if I'm standing there, and of course I'm going to get in trouble because they're going to
say that's
question
Terry
me.
Bradshaw.
It's Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, ridiculous. All right, overtime coming up. See you back here tomorrow.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.